All right, cool. Welcome to the Cult of Personality podcast, season 3, episode 8, I think 9.
Eight,
I don't-
nine
I recorded a couple. I don't know.
episode. This one.
It'll math out. But I'm your host per usual, Mikeymcchoppa, and with us today, our special guest is Yvng YBK.
It is me. Yes, that is it.
Yes, and before actually, no, the first question gets right into it, so I'll hold off. But how are you doing today?
Man, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I woke up like, cause I told you this, but I woke up like probably 3 hours ago, 2 hours ago, cause I was recording all night. And I had school before that, and I had school all week. So right now, I'm doing pretty good. But I'm tired, but I'm good. I'm good. I'm
That's
alive, but I'm
awesome.
dead.
Alive, but I'm dead. I feel
Yeah.
you. That's great. That's great. Good spirits, occupied. Or it sounds like you've been occupied, with sleep and school.
Yeah, sleep. I wish I'd been more occupied with sleep. My sleep schedule has been horrible, horrible,
Well,
horrible, horrible.
how
But
many hours are you catching a night?
all right, so I'll break this down. I try to catch at least minimum 4. Like I should be getting like 5, 6, because I don't think you need 8. I think 8 is too much. 8 is
Right.
like I saw this video of Elon Musk saying like I think he's like he only sleeps 5 hours. So ever since I saw that, I was like, say less. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I'm not trying to dick ride or nothing, but like it's a billionaire saying that, so I think I'm gonna take his advice. And on top of that, like I just feel like 8 hours always feels like too much. When you sleep 8 hours, you're like, I just slept 8 hours. Like, it feels like you got a good night's rest, but it's mad time you just lost. Like, and I always feel like that. I always feel like there's not enough time in a day. So yeah,
I
so
I get it. I mean, I definitely like my sleep, and I sleep a lot. But you're
yeah,
right. You definitely lose a lot of time, and I don't know. It works for me because I try to make most time of my time awake. So like everything, I'm trying to do everything in the
yeah,
shortest amount of time.
literally.
But I guess if you're working on like a regular chill average time during the day, you might want to get less sleep so you have more time to just do more
I feel
shit.
like the more stuff that you have to do during the day, obviously like the less sleep that you're gonna get. But I think it's about like learning how to just condense it all and do everything on time so you can get enough sleep. I think that's where my problem is. But we're not gonna talk about it.
Right. Yeah, man. But that's cool. I'm glad you're doing well. It seems like everything's in good spirits and all that. I like
For
to
sure,
ask.
for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to have you on. I saw a little bit of what you do, and like I was checking out your Instagram and stuff like that, as I do with people I interview, and I was intrigued. I think your stuff is really cool, and I think this is going to be a really good episode.
I appreciate that, bro, because I feel like a lot of people. I'm not even throwing shade, but a lot of people probably feel the same way, but just won't say anything. You know what I'm saying? They just watch and they just look from afar, or you know what I'm saying? But when people like you actually say this type of stuff, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm doing something useful. So thank you.
Yeah, man. I mean, all everybody I have on is like contributing to this whole like cause of this podcast. If you guys didn't ask for interviews, I wouldn't have any guests.
Yeah, and that's what I love about like kind of like what all of us do. Like I don't know what this industry is, but like how all of this stuff relates, like music, podcasts, like videos, and all this type of stuff.
Just
Like
like media.
yeah, like everybody can find something to like collab with and do something. It's just cool. Like I don't know.
Yeah, it's like it's cool because you're not only limited to the field you work in. Like as a musician, you're not only collaborating with musicians now. Now you're collaborating with videographers and podcasters and video and bloggers and shit like
Yeah.
that.
People, yeah,
So
you wouldn't even think that you could like do something with it, and you end up like,
right.
I was gonna ask you to, since you put this on YouTube, could I smoke on this or like?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't monetize my videos yet. So
Okay, so okay,
I mean, maybe one day they will let me, and then they might give me a problem for it. But who gives a fuck? By then,
hey, by then you'll be
By
good.
then I'll be enforcing whatever restrictions I need to.
Exactly.
So, but no, yeah, that's cool. You can smoke. I just took like the fattest
Appreciate
bong. I took the fattest bong rip before I hopped on here.
you.
So
Yeah,
I'm here
for real,
like
bro. I smoked like a what's it called? Like it's like a pre-roll. I'm gonna show you right now. It's from a dispensary in New York.
that's what's up.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's like you don't like. That's crazy to see, bro. Like New York State grown weed, like that's wild. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know what
It's
I'm saying?
it's it's legal over here now. I was so bugged out the other day because me and my I guess I recently moved back to New York City. I was living upstate for a couple years, and so the last time I was living over here I was 14. So
Yeah, for sure.
I was a kid and shit like that, at least in my head. And so I'm over here again now. I'm in Brooklyn. Me and my girl go to a store to cop, and I didn't even know like they just give you weed straight over the shelf type shit in a regular deli, you know?
It's crazy, right? And that's why like I feel bad for plugs. Like I'm not gonna lie, like like I don't want to say all that, but like the people who used to give weed to people, like they don't, their customers have gone out of business. Like
Yeah, I
you just
mean,
go to the deli now and just go get weed, and it's crazy. It's really crazy to see. Like
I feel like the only way plugs stay like afloat in New York City now with it being legal and so openly available is just having better prices or better
yeah,
quality because sometimes the
which is usually
stores
the case.
yeah, you know, so it's like yeah, that's how they're staying afloat rather than just like having no store selling shit where they can sell whatever for
Yeah.
whatever.
Ah, man, I don't know. Once that stuff gets regulated, it's I don't know. It's over for all these stores, all these plug. I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. It's scary. As long as I have my weed, though.
They've been raiding some stores for like I guess not having the proper licensing to
Yeah,
distribute and shit like that.
and they've
I've
been
been
getting. There's been a lot of robberies too and stuff like that.
shit's crazy, man. So it's a whole weird like new market, I guess, that comes with the passing of the law and stuff like that, you
Yeah,
know?
like you've seen how many smoke shops. Like if you live in New York, you know how many smoke shops are here now. Like there is at
Bro,
least three, like on like every block. I swear to God. Like I swear.
literally. I was doing some shopping for my anniversary. My
Yeah.
girl likes like little bongs and stuff like that. So, bro, I was looking up like I was just like even after work during my lunch break, whatever, like looking up any smoke shops near me. Bro, like 50 pop up on your
I'm
radar
telling you,
within
bro.
like the little
And then like
domain.
there's ones that don't even pop up, bro. And then you just have to like you'll see
And
them
you'll
like
just find them. It's fucking because
exactly.
it's connected to a deli, so you weren't
That's what
looking
I'm saying.
for it.
Yo,
Yeah.
the other day, bro. Oh my God. If I posted on my story, I seen a. Nah, I gotta actually pull this up. I yo. Oh my God. This is nuts. It was a juice bar, deli, pizza, and grill. It was nuts, bro. I really have to pull this up. This is
What?
holy
Oh
shit,
shit! I saw a store like that recently, bro.
bro.
You gotta, you
It's
gotta
right
show
here.
it for the
I
people
posted on my
listening
TikTok.
only on Spotify and SoundCloud. We are looking for a picture or video to show to the screen. For those watching on YouTube, you know exactly what's going on already.
It's right here.
Deli and pizza, juice bar, smoke shop, bro.
That is nuts.
That's so like dystopian. I feel like
Deli
it's
and
like what
pizza.
the fuck.
Like what? There's no way that's legal. And then on top of that, look up top. They have a sex shop up there,
Oh shit,
and then they got some retail police down there. New
bro.
York,
What?
New York is a crazy place.
New York is a crazy place.
Like this, it's not.
Are you
Yeah, I'm
from
from
New
there.
York? Where you from?
I'm from Queens. Yeah, I was born in Queens. Why did I just stutter? I knew it.
That's what's up, man. That's cool. Queens is always super confusing to me. Like I've been to Queens like maybe twice in my life,
Really?
and the addresses not twice in my life. I've been there a couple times, but like
Yeah.
recently, like that I can account like twice, and it always confuses me the addresses because you guys have like two addresses in some of
Oh my
Queens.
God! Don't even get me started, bro. It's horrible.
It's like
It'd be like
95 dash something something, and it'll be the same number with a just different dash or some shit.
literally, it'll be like 109th Street. Like, no, I'm 109th Road, 109th Ave, 109th Place. Like, we have, like, oh my God, it's horrible.
Yeah, man. It's
It's the
it's.
worst. Are you, wait, where you from?
I was originally born in the Bronx, over in Pelham Bay.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I lived in the Bronx. Like, I was born in Queens, but then I lived in the Bronx till I was 3, actually. So then I moved back to Queens.
that's what's up. Yeah. Originally from the Bronx, from like a good area in the Bronx, and then I moved upstate by like the Woodbury Commons. I
Hmm.
don't know if you ever been.
Yeah, I've been there like once. That's like my Queens. Like, for you, you say like you've been to Queens like a few times.
Yeah,
That's like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I lived up there for like 4 or 5 years, and then now I'm living in Brooklyn. So that's
that's
what's
what's up,
up.
though. Yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah, man. I like Brooklyn a lot. I think it's like I'm biased. I think it's like the best borough in New
Yeah, I
York.
mean, I love Brooklyn because Brooklyn, Queens, like we have a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a
Yeah.
so I got so much love for Brooklyn.
I think
Uh,
I'm used to
Definitely.
people being so hostile towards Brooklyn because I'm from the Bronx, and I feel like the Bronx and Brooklyn have
Oh
that little
yeah.
beef about like
Oh yeah.
who's the better borough.
Yeah, I just realized you're set tripping. You're from the Bronx, but you're like, nah, I'm from Brooklyn
Yeah,
now.
yeah. So, like whenever I'm around my family from the Bronx, like I go to the Bronx and I'm around my family and shit like that, bro. I'm like, yo, I'm like out like, and I live in Brooklyn now, so they'll be like, oh, how's Brooklyn? And I'll be like, yo, I'm not gonna lie. don't look at me crazy, but this shit is way better than the Bronx. The
You're like,
Bronx is
it's so much
mad
better.
boring. Yo, the Bronx is so boring. Like, what the fuck is it to do over there? Like,
The Bronx is just like it's an eerie place. Like whenever you're over there, it's like you gotta like be looking over your shoulder, and there's nothing to do, and it's just if you're at the Bronx, I feel like you're only there for a reason. You're there for a reason. You're not at the Bronx to have fun. You're not there to chill. Like if you're at the Bronx, you're
nah,
there
but
because you
that's
have to
the
be there.
thing, bro. My family is from there, so they do be over there to have fun and shit like
And
that.
that's what I'm saying. So like the
I'm
thing
like,
when
y'all
you
are
do is like
crazy.
you're cracked. Like you know what I'm saying? It's nuts. But hey, shout out the Bronx. Though I'm from New York, so
Shout out the Bronx, of course. I love the Bronx, but it's so boring to me, you
that's
know.
what a lot
But
of people
that
say about Queens.
I just, you know why? Because the only thing that's in the Bronx for real is like bars and like little clubs and shit like that, you know, and like whatever
Yeah.
the fuck. And whatever, it's like shit like that, just clubs and bars. I don't really like to drink or party. Like I like to have fun by like going to see like live music and shit like that.
Yeah.
Or I like
Mm,
going to shows or shit like
I'm the
that.
same way. I don't really like partying. I'm really the last person you're gonna see at a party, but like I do like like live shows stuff like that, or like I go to like WWE events and stuff like that. Like I don't
That's what
know.
I'm saying, bro. Like I
Yeah.
like will go. I like to smoke and just like watch. I like
Me
watching
too.
wrestling.
I
I
like to
like my
chill, bro.
music. I like shit
Exactly.
like that. So when it comes to when it comes to fucking how the fuck did I even get to this conversation? How the fuck did we
Yeah.
even get here?
I don't even know. But
Oh yeah, because that's why I find the Bronx not fun
oh
because
yeah,
there's
yeah.
nothing really over there.
It's so funny how one thing could just lead to another. We're talking about the Bronx, and then we're just talking about like chilling and wrestling. Like, what?
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's the fun of the podcast. That's like the whole like light of it all. But
That's the yeah. And to add on to that, real quick, this is my first podcast like I ever been on, and I just want to say, bro, I appreciate you, bro, so much, bro. Because if you ask anybody around me, I love podcasts. Like I be listening to them, watching them all day, just because it's just like I don't know, it's just good for my ADHD. Like it's good to just distract me sometimes and hear people talk and stuff. I don't know. I just love it, and I've always wanted to
right.
be on one. I wanted to make my own for the longest, and actually in my school, I'm about to like make one for my first project. But this is the first one I've ever been on, so it's awesome. Appreciate it.
Well, welcome, and hopefully this can help towards your school podcast or however that's going.
Sure.
But yeah, man, that's awesome. Congrats. We've had a couple people on here that this is their first interview and stuff like that, which this is like what it's all about, giving you guys the first platform to talk and show yourself to, your
Yeah,
audience, my audience, and everyone in between who doesn't give a fuck, type shit.
for sure, bro. It's good for both parties. I feel like
Hell yeah, man.
that's the
But
beauty of
that's
it.
yeah, I mean, I was just talking yesterday with someone I was interviewing. I was like, we were talking about like the mutual exchange that comes with the podcast, you know?
Yeah,
So it's like good exposure and stuff like that, which is
literally.
dope.
That's even going back to what I said earlier. Like that's the mutual exchange part is like the beautiful part of this industry. Like for example, me and my manager slash video director, the person who does everything for me, like my videos, my everything, manages most of my stuff. Got me on this Zoom right now.
Really?
Like, what's it called? He does all my videos and stuff like that, and I have all the music and stuff like that. So it's like a mutual exchange, you know what I'm saying? Because he gets to put out all his passion projects into stuff like that, and maybe he could tell me what type of tracks he wants to do, or you know what I'm saying? And it's a mutual exchange, like with the videos and with the music and stuff like that. And it's like the same thing here, you know what I'm saying? So it's like artist comes onto the podcast, and then both get exposed, and that's like it's the beauty of it all.
Right, exactly. That's really what it comes down to. That's cool, man. Yeah, I'm trying to like build this giant like web of community for musicians and not only musicians, videographers and
Yeah,
producers and all that stuff, you know?
for sure. I know a lot of people who would love to be on this podcast.
Hell yeah, man. So now that we are, I'll start off with like our first question. I mean, this podcast is unscripted and all that stuff, and it's all off the top of my head.
For
But I
sure.
like to just have like this one staple question because it keeps it structured and stuff like that. Which is, it goes a little like this. It goes like Young YBK, the name, the image, the aura, and the energy had to start, had to get here, and everything in between. Kind of like your whole origin story.
Ooh, that was a weird noise, but okay. I feel like I feel like I've told the story so many times, but like every time I want to tell it again, it's like different in my head.
Right.
But okay, this all starts in well, growing up, I always wanted to be either professional. I just wanted to be a professional wrestler because I just watched WWE my whole life, and like I just love wrestling, and that's all I wanted to do. But then like towards high school, like I don't know, I kind of started falling in love with music, and not out of love with wrestling, but like it just okay. I'm gonna be realistic. I was like, I don't look like John Cena. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see
Right.
myself becoming like some Brock Lesnar. So like I was like, maybe like I could just be a really big fan, and this could be the one thing that I just love to watch. You know what I'm saying? And I, I'm I've always been fine with that and content with that and stuff like that. So I decided, I don't just go full fledged with the music and stuff like that. And honestly, though, this all started with Nightmare J. I always shout him out every single time somebody asks me this, and I always will because he's the one person who told me like, bro, just make music, just do it, bro. Because we met in freshman year, um, and I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, because he had made music already,
Hmm.
been making music, and I was telling him how I don't know, like I like music, then like I don't know, maybe I'm gonna try and write something. Like, I don't know, like I just wanted to do something because at first
Right.
we were gonna do some YouTube stuff, and we just wanted to do something creative. And so he was like, bro, just write some music. Like I still have my first rap like literally on my phone, and so ever since then, like I don't know, like it kind of just inspired me to just do it. And then one day we had this right across the street from our high school on in Delancey, New Design High School, it's Seward Park campus. Um, what's it called? Right across the street, there was a gaming cafe, but they had like a booth in there, like not like a booth, but it was like for streaming though. You know what I'm saying? Like a streaming booth.
Right.
But we just turned it into a studio, and like we basically use it to record, and like we recorded all our tracks on Audacity in there, and we recorded some of the worst tracks that you could possibly ever hear in your life that I hope no one ever hears, but they probably will. Um, but it all started there, yeah. And this was in 2018. I should have said this a long time ago. This was in 2018, and around like March, April-ish. Um, but yeah, and then ever since then, I just kept working on music and kept working on music. When a lot of people in my high school stopped, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people obviously didn't continue. A lot of
Right.
people did, but they were like, that's not
Right.
even shade, but like, uh, but and another person like obviously, EXO Bunny is like that's the next person like, cause I saw that like basically during the year like the only person, cause I feel like a lot of people in high school they made fun of EXO and stuff like that because of the way he dressed and the way he acted. Like he wasn't typically like how a boy should be. Like he was just himself, bro. You know what I'm saying? He didn't care about how other people like really thought about him and stuff like that.
Right.
Shout out EXO, and he's still like that. That's why I love EXO. But so a lot of people call him weird and stuff like that. They'll be like, "Oh, he's gay, this and that," and it's like, um, so I don't know. It was just like a lot of people. Just, I don't know. But basically, I saw he was the only one who was really like taking. I'm not trying to make him seem like a loser either. He had mad friends. I'm just saying like that's
No,
what a lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
people were
No,
saying.
I know a lot of people are quick to judge and shit like that when
Yeah,
people are
bro, you know how
different.
it is, especially in New
Yeah.
York, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie. And so, but he was the only one doing like the autotune stuff and like the singing stuff that I wanted to do really. And so a lot of people would, I don't know, there was like mixed opinions and stuff like that, but most people said this shit was fire, bro. And it's just again, I keep saying this, but he was the only one taking it serious like that. So I just started making music with him, and I got really, really close with him. And then we spent like it's like whole summers, 3 years, not even summers, like 3 years, just making music every single day together on the phone. And like, I can credit that man with my life to helping me get better at like recording, singing, rapping, like everything that I do. So, and then from there, like honestly, and then yeah, I need to slow down. I need to remember. Hold on,
No
my fault.
worries.
I just gathered mad information in my head real quick.
No worries. No worries.
Um, yeah. So, oh yeah, at this point, oh yeah, I know where we are now. EXO. So yeah, so that was 20. I'll say that's about 2019. So then the pandemic hit in 2020, and
Right.
at that point, me and EXO had put me onto GarageBand. He put me onto Logic Pro. Because we were not on Audacity no more. Because we were like, oh, we can just use GarageBand, and this is like actually
Right.
like
That was
now.
like the good transition.
And you know what's so funny, bro? I actually bought a whole Windows computer, um, like some refurbished shit though. It's like $100 at Best Buy. Just so I can crack autotune so on Audacity. And then I just started using GarageBand on my Mac, which I had for like 5 years already. So it was kind of pointless, but hey, I had to make that journey. You know what I'm saying? I had to see what was what first. But yeah, that was just some random bullshit. But anyway, yeah, during the pandemic is really though when YBK became YBK though. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't really taking this as serious as it was. Like I thought I was a rapper. Like I thought just because I posted music on SoundCloud and I acted like I'm a rapper that it meant like I'm an artist or whatever. But 2020 is really what defined it because I was like during the pandemic, I was like, you know what? I have nothing else to do. I'm gonna make a
Right.
song every single day. And I was for a month straight. I just challenged myself, and I actually did it. And I promise I could literally pull up the songs, and it's like that month is literally where like I don't know, like YBK just became YBK, and I just actually started like taking it serious and learning my craft and making actual good listenable songs and stuff like that. And that was 2020. That was like March 2020, right? Yeah. And so ever since then, it's just been go
Uh,
time. Yeah,
that's
just
awesome. So when you were releasing before 2020, were you under a different alias than Young YBK, or you've always been Young YBK?
uh so this is gonna lead to a funny conversation I can already tell. But
All right.
so YBK, I was at first I was okay, I'm gonna have to just explain this. I was Young Boy Kelv. That was my first rap name because my name is Kelvin. So I was just Young Boy Kelv. It was 2018. That was just valid to me. But
Right.
then I realized how dumb that sounded. So we had this group called uh oh yeah, so then I changed it to YBK, right? Young Boy Kelv, YBK, that makes sense.
Right.
Um and then we had this group called BGS, so it was BGS YBK, but then I took that out. Uh and then but then I changed it to Young YBK, right?
So young boy Kel.
Yeah, exactly. You get it now. But
Right.
I look, there's a method to my madness right now. Everybody is listening to this and looking at me like I'm cracked. Just please, if you search up YBK, I promise you, I'm not Drake. You know what I'm saying? There's a million other people. There's mad other people I'm sure that put their name as YBK and they're gonna pop up. But
Right.
I promise you, if you search up Young YBK, I'm the only one that's popping up. So
That's true.
until I can copyright
He's
and do all the stuff I need to do, then
he's young boy Kel. Just
exactly.
he.
I'm
Oh
just
shit! I
mad
almost
young.
fell.
That's how true it
Exactly.
is.
He's mad young. No,
Nah, but
yeah,
I always just go by YBK, honestly. Like you can yeah, yeah, literally. Yeah. I
that's
always go by
awesome.
YBK. Just
You kind of answered two questions in one because then you gave me the reason why you came up with that name
because I
too.
kind of had to, you know what I'm saying? Like if I explained young, then you were just gonna come to that conclusion yourself, and I was just gonna look crazy.
He was like, "Let me explain it real quick." No, yeah, man. That's what's up. Um, shit. What was I gonna say? It's so funny. I thought going back to one thing you said that I took note of that I thought was really cool and really funny that you guys turned like a streaming booth into like a studio. But
Yeah.
I made that same transition when it comes to DAWs and shit like that. Like when I was making music, I did that Audacity to Logic switch. But I didn't use Logic for a couple years, even though I had it on my
Oh
computer for
yeah,
like ever.
that's crazy. Yeah, that's literally what I was talking about. Cause that's how it was with Audacity and GarageBand. Cause it's like I literally bought a whole new computer for Audacity, not knowing that I could just use GarageBand on my computer.
Yeah, for me, I got lucky. I was gifted a MacBook. Um, but even then, like I made one beat on it, and then I just didn't touch it for like 2 years, 3 years.
It's so funny because my first MacBook was a gift too.
Yeah, this shit's
Uh,
getting old though. This is
oh
like
yeah.
this MacBook is getting super old.
Well, what year is it?
2011, bro.
Shit, I bet that bitch is still running, powering
It's
through.
dude, I do everything through this computer, bro.
Hell yeah,
I do these zooms, and then from there I upload these and shit like that. This computer does it all still. So
definitely.
the only thing I think I do is get a new charger.
Yeah, bro. Oh my God, my chargers are so yellow from smoking and stuff like that. Yo, this is a funny story. Not gonna lie. Thanks. I went to the Apple store like a couple weeks ago, right? Because
Mhm.
oh my God, I think I could actually show you. And I'm sorry, bro. I went to the Apple store a couple weeks ago, and cause my computer makes this like this sound, right? This crazy ass machine gun noise. And so what's it called? They told me, right? They were like, I was like, I don't know, just I brought it to them. They were like, just I don't know, see what's up. They were like, there was so much dust in it. There was so much blah blah blah, and then they were like the back and shit, like it has like smoke damage, but they cleaned it. And to be honest, I kind of took care of it, but like I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of like yellow over there.
Yeah, I see. I see. We got the same goat sticker on on our shit.
Bro, I have this is my second MacBook too, because I had the other one had way more stickers, but this one's coming along.
That's awesome. Yeah, I got a couple of my stickers on mine too.
But yeah, and so I forgot why I was talking. What we talking? Why was I talking about the MacBooks?
You went to the. I mentioned my MacBook because we were talking about our MacBooks as gifts.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, but anyway, yeah, yeah. But there was a point to my story. I completely forgot it. But point is, this shit makes a crazy ass noise, and they told me it was because of smoke damage. And basically, when you smoke into like, okay, this should be obvious, but like when you smoke into like, blow at your screen, like it's probably not good for your computer because it builds up condensation and shit like that.
Right,
And so like ever since then, every time I have people recording like in my studio, like in my house, I'm like, don't blow the smoke at the screen. I have to like go like this every time they do it because they don't, it's just a habit. And I'm
right.
like, no, so annoying.
Damn, I gotta worry about that now because I was thinking I organized this room recently to do like live interviews like for people that are local and shit like that, or
Yeah,
people who are visiting New York who want to come by and
for
stuff
sure.
like that. And I'm thinking a lot of people smoke, and I'm not gonna tell people they can't smoke in the fucking podcast, whatever. I smoke in my apartment. You can smoke in here too.
Yeah,
Whatever. And but like my computer will be right there, so I gotta make sure I keep it out of the way now. Because I didn't think of that. I didn't even know like smoke damage was possible to the computer for real.
that's crazy. I thought you were gonna hit me with the yeah, of course, bro. I fucking know that. Like, and it's crazy because I didn't know that, bro. I was like, oh, what? Yeah, like that should be obvious. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn. Yeah, yeah. And that if you ever see like your chargers in yellow and shit like that, it's because the smoke.
Yeah. Fuck it, man. Shit.
But wait, you
But
said you're doing a. Oh, sorry, real quick. You said you're doing live interviews soon?
like 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 in person
Yeah,
rather than like over like Zoom and shit like that.
yeah. That's dope, bro. That's dope.
Yeah, so I definitely I've had some people who are already on the podcast, but it was like kind of like a multiple guests episode, and
Yeah,
they want to do like individual interviews that so I want to have them over it because I know them for a while now and stuff like that. And then I'm more open to just having like people and stuff like that, but I'm definitely like also like very cautious of who I bring into my home because I'm
yeah,
doing it
for
out of my
sure.
apartment.
I know the feeling, bro. Cause it's like when I have people come record in my house, like, cause I have my home studio. I mix and master all my own music and stuff like that. So I record and do everything here. So when I have people come record for whatever, it's like I gotta be selective and stuff like that. So
Right.
I know how you feel.
Yeah, exactly. So, fuck it. Holy shit, that's a seagull. Anyway, what was I gonna
Yo, a seagull?
a seagull, bro.
It's wild.
That is wild. I mean, shit. It's New York City. They're everywhere.
Word.
I'm like, I'm nowhere near, and then I was like, let me take that back.
Yeah, I
New
was about to
York
say you're in
City is
Brooklyn.
all near the water.
Yeah, true.
But
We're literally an island.
right. So anyway, moving on forward, there's another question I like to ask. It's kind of just like cool background to give light onto like who inspires you, when it comes to music. So I'm really just asking for a rundown of any inspirations, musically or non-musical, that contribute to who you are today and put you in front of a microphone.
Yeah, for sure. That's a really good. I like this question a lot when I get asked it. Um, because I can easily like say it's so select few people or like okay, I say this a lot too. Like it's never really like people. Like it's a
Mm.
select few people, but it's mostly like a select few songs that I've heard throughout my life that really have inspired me to like, damn, I want
You
to do
can
this. Like,
you can name them if you remember them. Go
hmm
for it.
So I'll go through the people first. Uh, I listened to like a lot of Michael Jackson when I was a kid for some reason, and in middle school, I listened to a lot of Queen. Uh, I listened to a lot of I'm naming. I don't know why I'm naming this first, but yeah, this I'm just naming the old stuff first. But I mostly listened to rock when I was a kid. Like I listened to a lot of Skillet, 3 Days Grace, just normal My Chemical Romance, Pierce the Veil, stuff like that. And
Right,
so I would say that like there's a song by 3 Days Grace called Time of Dying, and that song is like I don't know, it's just a classic song to me. Like it's just a song that's like default song in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my favorite songs ever.
right,
There's a song called Hero by Skillet. I'm probably like anybody who's watching this is like, yeah, this is like the most famous songs. But like I know there are other songs. Okay, like
I mean,
I like
it's
them.
it's so funny that you mentioned your Michael Jackson phase because I had a huge one when I was a child too.
Yeah,
I had the Wii game and everything, and I was just talking about this on an episode yesterday, but probably now in YouTube time like a week ago. and we were talking about the Michael Jackson game with the fucking glove and everything. And then it's so funny because one of like the first like songs that got me into rock or like into like the alternative shit, like that whole rabbit hole was it 3 Days Grace? The fucking I Hate Everything About You or whatever?
Yeah, I love that song,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah, that was like one of the first like staples I
Yeah,
remember.
especially you know what it was? It was the SmackDown versus Raw games, like SmackDown versus Raw 2007, 2006, because they had all those rock songs in them.
They had them
Like,
shits had some bangers in the
yeah, some
fucking
bangers like
soundtrack.
the song got bullet with the name on it. Bullet with the name. That was in '07. If you're a real one, if you remember that. But like, yeah, that's really what shaped like my probably like my music taste because that's just I hated rap when I was a kid. I hated hip hop. Like my pops, like he would play it, and it's funny because when I was a baby though, I would only fall asleep to hip hop, to Mob
Right.
Deep specifically. I don't know why I would only fall asleep to Mob Deep. Maybe that's why I hated it when I was. Bro. I'm getting interrupted, bro.
All good.
Bro, I'm not doing this, bro. Bro, I'm so sorry, bro. Anyway, I could only fall asleep to Mobb Deep when I was a baby, but like that's probably why I hated rap when I was like a kid. And my mom only liked rock, so like, well, she don't only like rock. She like all types of music, but like she kind of put me on to rock. Like she not put me on, but like what's it called? What's it called when you like lead somebody that way too? Like, cause yeah, I already like rock, but she liked it too, so she was like, yeah, like this is
Sh-
valid.
Encouraged.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much, yeah, yeah, literally encouraged. And so what's it called? But then all of a sudden, I don't know, during like 5th grade, I started listening to Eminem for some reason. Oh, I'll tell you why. It's because of Epic Rap Battles of History. That's literally why I started liking rap. Because I loved those videos, and I was like, this is so fire. And I just started liking rap because of that. And then yeah,
That's so funny. I remember those videos. Fucking like, oh shit! How many times am I gonna almost fall?
yeah.
I keep forgetting that I can't
Any
like lay back.
anybody who's just listening to this that does not know how many times you almost fallen.
Yeah, yeah, they're just hearing me like, oh shit, every couple times. But I remember those videos, so that's so funny that you cite those. But no, yeah, man, I feel you when it comes to like having like your phases of not liking certain genres and stuff like that. It's so funny. You remind me like when I was a kid. When I was a young kid, I liked like the rap music that was out and stuff like that. Even if it was more like um less street shit and more like Kanye and Kid Cudi and stuff like that. I still like the street
Yeah.
shit too when I was a kid. And then when I grew into like a preteen teenager, I just grew like a resentment for rap. So I would only listen to like rock music, like all rock
Yeah, that
music, like grunge music and shit.
literally how I was like I just grew like some resentment for rap when I was like a kid like my pops would play and I'm like no I don't like this but then it's kind of weird because like I switched like in in middle school I just yeah I think probably because the kids around me really I'm not gonna lie were listening to rap and stuff like that so I was like yeah this is fire. Oh, I started listening to Chief Keef for some reason. Oh, my sister, I'm not gonna lie, she's kind of a big reason too. And so yeah, I don't know.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I've even like myself, I've grown to I love all genres of music. I listen
Yeah,
to
no, yeah, for sure. I've grown to just love all types of genres of music, and
yeah,
I always say whatever sounds good to my ears, I like it.
hell yeah, man. So people be like, "Oh, I like everything but country." I'm the guy who like likes
Yeah,
everything and country.
literally, if a country song is fire, then it's like I fuck with it. Like, what?
So shit like that. But no, yeah, man, that's cool. You named some like niche inspirations in my opinion, like even down to like the wrestling game soundtracks and stuff like that. Like I feel you too.
Yeah,
That's the
and I
funny
didn't
thing.
even go fully in depth too.
You could go more in depth, like give us like
I yeah, no, I was what's it called? I was just gonna say like, cause I'm sure everybody wants to hear this part too, cause nobody like I just named those old inspirations, but really like now I would say Juice World is like probably like one of my biggest inspirations. Like I you could put like, I love Juice WRLD, not gonna lie. Like I no dick riding shit, but like that man has beautiful music, amazing music that I you could play any Juice WRLD song and I probably know the lyrics to it like off rip because I've just listened to that much unreleased shit like that and that yeah. Ever since probably like 2018, that's when I really when he came out, really that's when I got like big into him. But X as well, like I was way like I literally dyed my hair half black, half blonde when he was still alive. So that should tell you something, you know what I'm saying? Like if you guys anybody around me that knew me back then, like I was like the biggest. biggest. I was like
X
one of
fan.
those persons. Yeah, I was like one of those.
Yeah, I mean, don't worry. I was like that, but with Lil Peep. That was like my guy
Yeah, I used to love Lil Peep too.
that I fucked with heavy.
Yeah, and who else could I say? I could say Uzi. Of course, Uzi. You know, who doesn't love Uzi? And I kind of that SoundCloud era is like that was like I'm so, and that's another thing. I'm so happy to say like I grew up in that. I was 13, 14 in 2017 and 2008, that 16. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah,
that perfect SoundCloud era is I actually really got to be there and experience it. And so those people are like my big inspiration. Like Trippie Redd, that's my second. Like after Juice World. Um, who else? I would say those are probably like my biggest ones, really. I have a few other ones that I'm not thinking of right now, but like those are like the solid ones, like X Trippie and Juice, probably. But yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I got to experience like the rather the end of the SoundCloud era. I mean, I was kind of in my like own world for like 2016. I was kind of just listening to like my like weird like alternative shit still. Like I was on like a heavy 21 Pilots fan in 2016. But
Oh, I used to love 21 Pilots in 2016 too, bro. That's when they were popping.
yeah, facts, you know? So I was missing out a little bit then, but then eventually I caught on to it in 2017, the
Oh my
SoundCloud.
god, I don't know how I didn't name Panic at the Disco too.
Yeah, yeah, Panic at Disco. I used to fuck
I
with them
love Panic at the
heavy.
Disco. Yeah.
I don't really care for their new stuff, but I like
I don't think I've heard it. Cause that's just like Brendan Urie, right? It's just,
yeah,
yeah,
it's not a band anymore. And they're
exactly.
it's disbanding now. Now it's like gonna
Yeah.
be no more. So it's so crazy.
It was
But
cool because for me, I'm sorry not to interrupt you, but when Brendan Urie made that song with Juice World, I was like, no way.
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, me too, but it's fine, yeah.
That's really cool. I completely forgot about that. No, yeah. Um I liked a lot. I like the first album from Panic at the Disco. That's like my
Hmm.
favorite album. And
Yeah, I forget everything, but I like the Nine in the Afternoon. The album that was on. I don't know if that
it,
was what the album was called,
it
but
was it was called Pretty Odd.
yeah,
That's like their
pretty odd,
second
right?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, what's the other one? The one with Emperor's New Clothes.
That's
That's one of the newer ones though.
Death of a Bachelor. That was his last good one in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
That
That's
was
probably the last good one, right? Yeah,
yeah, that's what I was thinking. That was like the last good one.
yeah, yeah. I'm really bad, bro. Oh, my memory has gotten so bad, and it makes me look so dumb half the time. But I promise I'm not this dumb. I swear.
Bro, I think the only reason why I even remember like crazy like details of shit or like albums and stuff is because like I was like stuck in my room for such a long time that I just like kind of like all I had to analyze was like music and YouTube and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
I was definitely like that too, but I used to memorize like so many like whole songs and whole like wrestling promos and like just like random things. Like I could memorize the whole thing, but like now I have so much information stored in my head on a daily basis. It's like, bro, I can't remember half these things if you put a gun to my head. Like
my brain's like a fucking like it used to be like a computer and now it's like
now it's just
I'm on autopilot half the time, you know?
bro, I am on E half the time, bro.
But I'll keep it moving forward so we can keep talking about you and make this a young YBK interview, you know.
But
But
for sure, I'm enjoying the conversation. Yeah,
I love talking about everything and anything on the podcast. It's kind of like what the whole thing is about, just talking about random shit, but also
yeah,
keeping it on track. So this is like me keeping it on track, and then we're gonna go off again and come back on, you know.
for sure, bro. That's why I love podcasts.
I mean, it's kind of just me asking right now, like, so what have you been Is there anything in particular you've been working on, or anything that's coming out soon that you have done, or like anything music wise that you're just anticipating?
Okay. Yes. I just okay, go on.
It could be even like related loosely to music, but not music itself. It could even be like music videos or merch, whatever you're doing.
Not yet, definitely. Okay, so I just dropped Bullet, the visualizer for it. Um, Tag he did it. It took him so long. I'm not gonna lie. Like the reason that like I honestly like I would come out with content faster, but like if you see the effort that actually goes into the stuff that we do, like it's like this is all us. This is two people, literally two people doing all the stuff that you see on my Instagram and all that stuff. And I don't know if that's impressive. I don't know if you're. I say
That is
that.
pretty impressive.
No, I truly say this in the most humble way. Like I truly don't know if I'm saying this and it's like what the hell. Of course, I could do this one person, but in my opinion, sorry, excuse me. Oh my god,
Oh, good. We just burped at the same time.
that's crazy. But yeah, it's just me and Tiger doing everything. So when you see my visualizers and my music videos and stuff like that, all of that is shot and edited and animated and done by him. No help.
You
He's
guys are
like,
like a dynamic duo.
yes, literally, literally. That's literally what we are. And so on all the music that you hear is mixed and mastered and recorded and came up with by me, and only me, no help. You know what I'm saying? So that's honestly why stuff takes kind of like longer than usual. But I would like to think that I put a lot of quality over quantity. But I want to start doing both. I really, 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 really want to start doing both. But my next project that we are gonna start working on right now. I'm not gonna lie, because I used to do this thing where I'll give people a release. They'll be like by the end of this month, stuff like that. But I'm not gonna lie, I probably will be done by the end of this. I'm not gonna give any release. I just said I was gonna,
Mhm.
yeah. So I'm not gonna do that. But the next thing we're working on is D&D. Yeah, it's called D&D,
D&D, is that for
and
Do Not Disturb or Dungeons and Dragons or
it's for Do Not Disturb.
okay.
Like your phone on D&D.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say too much about that, like I said, because I have a habit of doing that, and then it just doesn't work. Like, but not that it's not gonna work, but it's just like there's no point in me talking about something we haven't even started. We just know that we're about to
Yeah.
start
Keep it concealed and let it speak
for
for
sure.
itself when it's
But
out.
I definitely gonna have music dropping in between then because that's gonna be a lot, like
That's awesome.
for a little while. But it's gonna be. I promise. This is probably gonna be. Mark my words right now on this podcast. This is gonna be like the best project yet coming out from YBK. So
Awesome. That's exciting.
and Tiger
And Tiger, shout out Tiger.
for sure.
What was I
Yeah.
gonna say? Keeping it slightly on the same topic, but moving it in tense of time. Uh, and rather than talking about the present or the future, is there any like specific songs or videos or projects or anything that you've done that you feel like super accomplished of that? Because I with artists on my podcast, I really don't know much. Like I'm really trying to learn about
Mhm.
every artist that I have on here.
Yeah.
So I'm not in the know. Put me in the know if there's like just like kind of just show us what showcase young YBK.
Okay. So right now is actually probably like a good time to do that, and I think that okay. So I dropped an album last year called Ethereal
Hmm.
that I worked really hard on, but looking back at it now, like I personally, because I've just improved so much within the last year, like I don't, I still love it because of how much effort was put into it and how much went into it, that whole process of it. But I'm proud of it, and then you can go listen to it if you want. But other than that, I feel like the last two things that I put out, like Cry and Bullet, like they're not like my best songs that I ever made at all, but
Hmm.
just the project and just everything about it that went into it is like I'm really proud of that because it's the first time that I ever did something like that.
That's awesome.
And so yeah, but all my songs that I'm really proud of, I probably haven't released. So it's like
There you go.
you'll hear them eventually.
So yeah, that keeps people excited for the future. I think that's
Mhm.
really cool. Um, shit, hold on. Fucking calves are itchy, bro. I be dry as hell with the winter, bro. Ashy as hell.
I swear I be thinking it's just me and this dog is in my way. Oh my god.
But no, yeah. What was I gonna ask about real quick? I was just thinking of something, and then I got distracted with itching and scratching.
Go. Go. I'm so sorry, bro.
All good, no worries. I got seagulls outside the windows. I got dogs over here. Shit happens.
Yeah, you know how it is, bro.
But what was I gonna ask? Shit, I'm like a burnout. It happens at least once a time on an interview that I just burn out.
It has to. I think it has to.
It has to. It just like really just reset the brain.
Yeah, for sure. This is random, but yeah, is your hair fully grown out?
Yeah, this is not an undercut. This is all.
Yeah, bro. So I'm trying to do the same thing right now. I'm not even gonna take out my hat. That's OD. But like cause I had an undercut for the longest, and right
Mhm.
now mine looks exactly like yours. But like, well, I'm trying to get it too because the sides are growing out, and it's
Right.
just like, damn, I admire it, bro. It's good,
Thank you.
damn, bro. Like, I'm trying to get there, bro. Trying to get like you, bro.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, you know what? I originally before I was growing out my hair, but it was cut shorter towards the back. Like, so this was getting really long on the top of my head, but this was still only like like this
Yeah.
much. So I ended up. I was like, it's not gonna grow out evenly, and I'm impatient enough to have to grow it all to a certain length and then cut it the same length. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm just gonna do a mullet. So I had
Yeah,
did
I
a
was just about to say it's kinda like a mullet.
yeah, I had did a mullet at the time because I was like, all right, this is growing out. I could trim this and then just shave the sides, whatever. It came out cool. I rocked it for a couple months, and then I just shaved my head bald.
Mm.
And from there, I was like, now it can grow out evenly. So now I've been growing it out for a year and change now, and here it is.
Damn, bro. I I'm growing out my sides. I don't have the balls, like, to just cut my whole head off,
N-
like, you know what I'm
I get
saying?
it. Yeah, a
Like,
lot of people don't want to be bald.
so I'm just going through this awkward phase, bro, and I gotta go get a shape up, and it's just a whole thing, bro. But yeah, kudos to you for growing it out, bro, because that's what I'm trying to do.
Thank you,
My
man.
hair is pretty long. It's just the size, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I want my shit to get way longer. I think I'm gonna grow it out for at least another year or two. I want to have like the Willie Nelson braids and
Yeah.
like wear a bandana with the Willie Nelson
Nah,
braids.
yeah, that would be fire. Cause I never like. The thing is, like, every time my hair gets so long, and I think that's why I didn't like it. Cause the undercut, like, it just every time my hair would get long, it just felt weird. Like, I just didn't like the way it looked. Like, so that's why I feel like if I grow it out, I'll like the way it looked like
It'll look
more.
more full.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. But moving henceforth, what was I gonna say? So actually, let's talk a little bit about something with that you shed light on with your. It's just you and another person that does everything you said you put out, right? You and
Literally.
Tiger.
Yeah.
How did that duo? How did this duo come to be? How did this dynamic come to be? How did you guys find each other? How did you guys realize like, wow, this is a good collaboration?
Um. So I went to middle school. I went to elementary school and middle school with this guy named Dimitri. Shout out Dimitri.
Hmm.
It's my boy. And basically, like, he made music too. And so he did a video with Tiger with his friend Momo. Shout out Momo. And they basically I peeped it on his story, and so I was like, oh, like, this is honestly, bro, I might get some part of this story wrong. And if you ask Tiger on a different day or something, he might tell you like the real story or like his account. But like, I think, like, I just hit him up or something like that, and I was like, yo, we should work on something. Let's lock in for a video. Yeah, I think that's what it was. And then what's it called? What? He's right here. He's so annoying, bro. He's the one who's been interrupting me this whole time, bro. I'm so
Tiger?
yes, but what's it called? Um, yeah, I think I was just like, we need to lock in for a video, and then we just I don't know how. At first, it was so funny because our relationship was so like, yeah, hello, sir, like, like, would love to lock in, appreciate you. Yeah, literally the handshake
Nice
emojis.
to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Pleasure to do business. But then, like, I don't know how we just became friends. Like, we just were like said fuck all that. I don't know what happened. I really don't. I actually do not know. But I think it was just because we both saw like the quality. Honestly, realistically, it's like we both saw the quality of our work compared to the people that we were working around. No
Hmm.
shade again. Like, I'm not saying the people around like me, but like the quality of like the artists around him, and then the quality of video directors around me. You know what I'm saying? It was like an equal. It's the thing we were talking about earlier, like the mutual exchange. I'm happy I get to expand on this. It was basically like, well, okay, like, we can work together, you know what I'm saying? And like, I always was looking for somebody to do that with, and I don't even know if he was, but I think I just fell upon him. But I was always looking for somebody to do that with, and I'm still looking for people to do that with, like producers, engineers, and what's it called? Bless you. And
Thank you.
yeah, producers, engineers, and other artists. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to build a team, but yeah. So that's really how that came about. It's just like a mutual exchange, and ever since then, we just I don't know. We just now we're like brothers, but it's yeah. That was in 2021. We met at the end of 2020, like December. Literally,
That's
like,
awesome. So you guys have been tightly knit for a little over a year now.
yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah,
No, that's really cool. I mean, this is the first time that I've ever interviewed someone who had like a duo, like that kind of like duo with someone, or like has like someone who like a constant collaborator, and it's not even like music wise only. It's like a whole different field.
yeah, for sure. And yeah, literally. That's why
That
like earlier, like, it's the beauty of it all. I keep saying that, but it is.
that's awesome. That's really cool, and it's cool that you even emphasize that mutual exchange that you talked about.
Yeah, for sure. That's the most important part of this industry, I think.
So what are you guys working on next up? What do you guys have in the works?
Well, it was what I was talking about earlier, the D&D project. That's
Right,
that's
right, right.
that's gonna be like, that's gonna be something nice. But
That's
I'm not gonna
cool.
expand on it too much because,
Got it.
I'm
Got
not
it.
gonna, yeah,
I get it. I get it.
for sure.
So when it comes to Young YBK. How I want to know if you have done or have been doing any shows, any live shows, any live performances, networking, stuff like that.
Um,
Or do you intend to if you haven't?
okay, so I've done. I'm not gonna lie, I've done two shows ever, and they were cool.
Tell me about
Uh,
those.
it was in Brooklyn. It was an event in Brooklyn that a lot of people were at. It's like they still do things to this day. It's like they run events over there, and they've gotten bigger since then. And they're doing their thing. But yeah, shout out Kiljari because he's the one who put me onto them, and he's the one who like really got me in there and helped me do all that. And yeah, like there's videos of it and stuff like that. But it's my first two shows and stuff like that, and I didn't perform anything like that was like specifically my songs, and I could have, but like I just didn't.
Right.
But I think that my next few shows, I intend to do my next few shows like something. I don't know. I'm just being selective right now, and I'm just waiting. Not waiting. I don't know. I just intend to do a few shows in the near future, and you should be on the lookout for that. But
There you go.
I want it to be something. I don't know. I really this is so hard for me to come up with, but I want something that I want to do. That I want to do. Yeah, where I can perform at my best. The best way to
All
put
right,
it.
I get it. Like you're looking for something that you feel fits you, like something, an event or
Yeah, pretty much.
that fits you. All right, yeah, I get it. I wouldn't want to be like put into an uncomfortable position, like where the event's not the right vibe or some shit, and you're just kind of like, I get it. I feel you.
Yeah, it's and it's like I said, it's really cool and I love it all. But I I know what I want to. I'm trying to just do something here, and I just want to do that.
I get it. I
Shout
get
out,
it.
love to everybody, bro. Like I'm love to everybody, literally.
That's awesome.
Who up?
Yeah, man. Shit. What was I gonna ask? Kind of just like going along here. Oh, I was curious actually on I like to ask people about, like more so things away from music and more so just who they are and stuff like that. And what comes with that is our appearance. And I want to ask you about like things like I see you have your hands tattooed, or I don't know if it's just, yeah, or anything of the sort like that. So maybe just what's the word? Elaborate on a couple of your tattoos or piercings or anything you want to discuss
Okay,
within the appearance of
for
young
sure.
YBK.
Um, so this is ADHD, and because I have ADHD,
Right.
and I just thought I don't know. All my tattoos are impulsive decisions. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I just was like, you know, honestly, this is like a shit reason. I was just like, why not? Like, I just want to tattoo my knuckles for some reason. And if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna just get something meaningful at least. And I like the design that my friend Aiden Mikado he came up with. Shout out him. So many shout outs in this shit. But I like the design he came up with, and I don't know. I just decided that why not? I'm gonna just do this. And I got this X because I was gonna get this basically X. He had this on his finger or whatever, and I was gonna get the other tattoo he had on that finger as like a tribute or whatever. But I don't know what happened. I was like, I don't know, I just got another tattoo instead.
Yeah.
This is the 444. I can't really like. Yeah, you can see it.
There it is.
Yeah, that's my friend Aiden, the one who did all my tats. That's his thing. So I was just like, okay, you just tat it on me, like screw it, whatever. And this is like, I don't know, I like it. And this says live, but it probably what is this? It probably says evil for you because it's like flipped.
Yeah.
But that's like the point. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
yeah, it says live, but I see the E's flip, so I get if it's
A
flipped
lot
like
of
in a
people get
mirror or some shit.
confused. Yeah, exactly. Because especially like when you're on your phone, it's like. But yeah, and I basically got that because I'm not even gonna lie. Like this wrestler Kevin Owens. Well, you know Kevin Owens. He had
Yeah,
he has that on his arm, and I really liked it for a long time. And so I was like, I don't know, I want to get that. Like I like, I don't know, it's hard, live and then backwards evil. I was like, it's hard.
yeah.
So I just got that there because I was just sorry. I always wanted it.
That's
And yeah, I have
that's
these diamonds
that's
on
heat.
my neck. I think is it on this side? Can you see it?
I see it. Yeah, yeah, I see
Yeah,
him.
and they're there because I could just say I have diamonds on my neck like permanently. It's kind of cool,
Yeah, it's cool.
but I didn't do it because of that. But yeah,
It works out that way.
it works
Um,
out.
I think the live one is really cool, and the inspiration you got it from I thought was really dope. Like, just to take like, I feel like with inspirations like that, it's so little just seeing something so cool and then like just running with it and making it your own thing. But
Yeah,
I wanted to ask, and I realized now what I wanted to ask earlier, and because you showed an interest in wrestling and you talked about it earlier, how you watched it as a kid and stuff like that, and we saw eye to eye on that. But I gotta ask, who's your favorite wrestler?
of all time.
All time and of right now, however you're feeling.
Okay, all time, Chris Jericho, because he's just the goat.
Right.
Like I've said this, I said this on another interview. I was like, he's the goat, bro. Just find another wrestler who beat Steve Austin and The Rock in the same night for the WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship. Like what? That's cracked. Like come on, you don't beat that.
Facts.
Like, but right now, uh, man, right now, who am I enjoying right now? I mean, I love Bray Wyatt, but I don't like the way he's being booked.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about like the shit right now with the whole cowboy
Yeah, it's not making any
fucking.
sense. Like it's not. I thought it was gonna correlate at some point, but everything's just random.
Yeah, it's very random.
But I don't want to say it out loud. It's the first time I said it out loud. In my head, I'm just like, no, it's great, it's great. But uh, I love AJ Styles. Like he's my goat too, but he's not. He's injured right now. But who am I really enjoying? Like who will I really mark out for? I don't. Yo, bro. Honestly, probably Roman Reigns or Cody Rhodes. I sound like such a like a casual
Nah,
fan,
I feel you
but
though.
like
Those are the guys that are on fire right now.
yeah, they're super hot right now. Like just on fire, literally. Like Roman Reigns is the best he's ever been in his career, and then Cody Rhodes just in WWE is just fucking lit. It's just something you thought you'd never see, like with all the American Nightmare stuff and like
Yeah, that
it's
was that
just
was a shock, that comeback. I wasn't
bro.
expecting it to really happen.
I didn't expect him to have his music and the logo, and I was like, what, bro? It's crazy.
That was
What?
insane. But yeah, I'm overall an all-time CM Punk guy, and if I had to talk about,
Yeah.
if I
CM
had to
Punk
talk,
is a
yep,
guy,
yep,
indeed.
that's my guy right there.
Nah, I
But
love CM Punk. He's my go-to. He's just so controversial, but yeah.
yeah, I mean, I like Chris Jericho like that when I was a kid and like they were beefing in like 2012 and shit, like with their whole feud. Like I was rooting for Chris Jericho. It's so
hmm
crazy because like it's so funny. Oh no, I was rooting for CM Punk. No, was
It's,
I?
it's funny. Even though I was a kid, I was rooting for Chris Jericho because I was like, yeah, that's my goat. Like, you
I
remember he
was
cracked the
rooting.
bottle over his head and shit like that, and he poured the liquor on him, and he was like, oh, he made him do the drug test and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. He was
yeah,
walking fucking like back. He had him do the alphabet backwards or whatever.
yeah, bro. I couldn't do that sober though. I would watch that. I'm like, yo, bro, like that's
Yeah,
unfair.
I wouldn't have been able to do that.
Like literally.
But right now, when it comes to like wrestling, right now, like the people I'm fucking with, um, Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn's
Yeah,
been
Sami Zayn's on fire, bro. I'm
he's
so man.
him. Chad Gable. I really like Chad Gable.
Yeah, bro, he's so underrated, bro.
And
He had a good match with somebody the other night. Forgot who it was.
with Cody Rhodes, he had a
Cody
really good
Rhodes.
match
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah,
Cody
literally.
Rhodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter and shit like that, and I was like, damn, bro, they need to push that man.
I heard they gonna, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of AEW guys I'm fucking right now. I
Yeah, I
haven't.
forgot about AEW right now.
I like FTR a lot, but they're injured. I'm pretty sure they're out right now.
Yeah, and I feel like they're gonna go to WWE
I've heard people say that, but I heard people say that it's gonna be CM Punk and FTR feuding with Kenny Omega and the
and the
Young Bucks.
Bucks. Yeah. But then people are saying Kenny Omega is open minded to going to WWE.
Yeah, so who knows
I would
when?
love that, bro. That would be
Yeah,
so fire, bro.
it definitely would be cool. I think the only thing that like it sucks because AEW might decline, and I don't want AEW to like go out of business. I think it's so
Yeah.
cool that we have two wrestling companies right now.
Yeah, because WWE's had a monopoly over the wrestling industry for just so long.
Yeah,
And
you know.
it's cool
So
to have it. It's just I feel so bad because ever since all that stuff with Punk and the Bucks and all that stuff happened, like AEW has just not been the same.
I mean, I like some of the content they're still producing even after that whole thing.
Feel like none of their. I feel like a lot of people have weak title reigns. Like for example, like the acclaimed what's it called? They lost the titles to fucking what's it called? The Billy Gunn's kids or whatever. What's I
Yeah,
forgot their names.
the Gun Club or
Yeah, the
whatever the
Gun
fuck.
Club. Yeah, and
Or
I'm
no,
like,
yeah.
bro, they suck. The
Yeah.
Gun Club sucks. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And the Acclaimed was super over. I
On
didn't get why they
fire.
did that either.
Max Caster was like at the top of his thing, and then they just put Billy Gunn with the Acclaim, and it's like nobody wants that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. Like nobody likes the Acclaim because of Billy Gunn or what's his face, Anthony
It's-
Ogogo, and like it's Max, we like Max Caster. Just put like I think we should just push Max Caster.
yeah, you think so? I think I like all of them. I think all of them together is cool, but I think taking the belts off of them was weird.
Yeah, I probably dragged it, but yeah, I definitely get it. I agree with you.
Yeah,
But
man.
oh god, with MJF too, it's like it doesn't even feel like he's the champion. Like I mean, we see him so damn much on the show, but what's it called? It's like his all these title reigns don't feel like strong title reigns. Like it doesn't feel like anything special anymore. I don't know. That's just an AEW thing. I think it's I don't know.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I was watching all the way till CM Punk shit happened, and then I stopped watching as often. There's some storylines that
Same.
I'll pick up here and there, and I'm excited for their upcoming pay per view. When is it? Isn't it like Sunday?
Revolution. Yeah.
And I'm excited for that because it's what MJF versus fucking Brian Danielson or whatever.
Yeah, I mean MJF is gonna win.
But I think it's gonna be a good match and stuff like that, you know. So I'm
I
definitely
hope so.
excited for that.
Yeah.
But
And all the stuff with Adam Page too ended way too early. Like I don't know. Like when Punk took the title off of him and stuff like that.
yeah, he kind of went to the mid card
Yeah.
immediately.
And he was so on fire, like at that point in time.
I found him a little boring with the belt. I thought he was a little
Yeah, he
boring
was a weak
as a
babyface
champion.
champion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But the only person is like that's what I'm saying. After Punk, it's like who do you even give the belt? You just keep giving it to Moxley, and then just like
I
that's
think
just
they're gonna hold it on Moxley. Maybe give it. Fuck.
well,
Yeah, I
Moxley's
don't
going on
know.
vacation, but like that's what they did, and it was like I don't know. It just felt like
I heard a lot of people saying that even like MJF was holding it and CM Punk was gonna come back into the title picture.
I heard that
I
too.
wouldn't want that though. I really wouldn't. I'd rather have Punk and FTR feuding with Kenny Omega and Young Bucks. I think that'd be one of the best storylines to have happened on TV right
It
now.
would, yeah. Eh, Next to
Cause
the
it's
Sami Zayn.
real,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
you know?
It's
But
crazy that WWE has like a top storyline right now in wrestling.
bro, the bloodline shit is so dope. I think this is like I think WWE is as hot as it's ever been since like the early 2010s, you know?
Yeah,
Like
probably.
I feel like it fizzled out in like 2014 and I feel like it's coming back now. So,
Yeah, but like this is probably the biggest it's been since the Attitude Era, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
nah.
When has it been? I mean, they're a $1 billion company, bro. Like they had like their biggest year, like what's it called in
I
2020,
think
something like that.
financially probably, yeah.
Yeah, bro. They got
I know
deals with
they definitely
Fox. Disney's looking to buy them and shit like that.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
wow.
yeah. Financially. I thought you meant content wise. I'm like content
Oh no,
wise,
no, no, no.
nah.
Content, no, 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 no.
But business wise, financially for sure. You
Yeah.
know, all the investments they making and they made all the budget cuts and shit. They better be doing well
Oh hell
financially.
yeah.
But before we get too carried away, I think what we might do now is just head for the wrap up of the
For sure, for
episode.
sure.
Which before we reach the wrap up, I like to ask if there's any little cracks or crevices or creases or anything that I didn't cover that we should have spoken about young YBK, because at the end of the day, this is your interview and your episode and what you want discussed.
Um, honestly, I feel like everything is gonna be covered throughout like my Instagram and my TikTok and all my other socials that he can go on and see on a daily basis what I'm up to and what I'm doing and what's coming out next. I think that this covered everything that I want to cover for now, and I
Right.
think that a lot more will be covered in the next few weeks.
And I'm always and down the line and whatever. I mean, we haven't had much history on the podcast yet because it's only been around for almost a year. I think in like 2 weeks makes a
Yeah,
year.
man. This podcast is dope too, bro. Like I know I said it already, but it's awesome that you're doing your thing like this.
Thank you. But as time progresses and as you guys progress as artists, I'd be more than happy to have you guys back on the podcast and maybe even recap what we missed between your last interview and then. But it's really cool that we kind of just keep this like you're like, yeah, we'll keep this the way it is for now. Cause it's cool because in the future you could look back on this like rare old young YBK
Yeah,
interview and
definitely.
like see where you were in time.
That's literally what I'd be thinking when I do these type of things.
So it's like an
But
archive.
Definitely, I agree with that 100%.
So now that we have no more to talk about, this leads to the wrap up, which is the final question, and then after that, I'll give the whole little outro and whatever. But the final question being, Young YBK, what do you have going on in the next day, a week, month, year, decade, millennium, century, whatever, pretty much whatever you're doing in the future. It doesn't have to be music related. It could be what you're eating for breakfast tomorrow. Just give us what you got going on.
Uh, to be honest, I got like another call later that I gotta hop on for some like marketing stuff and stuff like that. And I'm
Hmm.
trying to work on some. I mean, I think I'm gonna mix and master. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm trying to mix and master a couple songs that I made in the past few weeks. Other than that, I'm chilling. I got my pre roll. I got my dispensary bud, and I'm in the crib until I am called outside, which is I don't know. It could be later today, but next I got to go to school on Monday, so that's the next time I know.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Um, with school, what are you in college?
Um, so it's like a trade school. I go to school for like audio engineering and stuff like that because I was like, fuck it. Like I don't know how we didn't cover that, but like, yeah, I just yeah. Like I told you, I've been mixing my yeah. We could probably cover this another time, but I've been mixing mastering my stuff for so long, so I just started going to school for that recently, and
Yeah,
just
man.
to learn everything myself, you know.
That's awesome. That's good. Trade schools are good, man. That's good. That's good to have a trade. But yeah, we definitely will cover this another time. So we'll leave
Looking
this on
forward to
like,
it.
like another to be continued. But now this leads us to the outro, which goes a little like this: that wah 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 bing. Just kidding. This is the Cult of Personality podcast hosted by yours truly, Mikeymcchoppa. With us today was Young YBK. Thank you for sitting with us for the last hour or so to answer all these trivial questions. And thank you, viewers and listeners on YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts for tuning in and listening for the last hour or so. I'm very grateful for, everything going on. But we'll see you next week. Happy Mikey Monday. Who's the guest next week? I don't know. But that's just how these things go. And peace.